What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well today, and welcome to Imperial SX. Now, Question is the creator of this, and he's probably a brand new name to majority of you. However, I promise you that his track building capabilities go way, way deeper than that. He has been making tracks since before a lot of you watching this were alive, which is a very, very scary fact to admit. He started back in like the Motocross Madness 2 days, made tracks for MX Unleashed as well, and now he is here in the MX Bikes community, ready to bless us with what appears to be some very sexy looking tracks. I'm not going to lie. I mean, texture-wise, looks really, really good. And this is his first track release on bikes as well, which I'm just blown away by. But it's obviously not his first rodeo. He's been around for a long time. It's clearly track building is something that he really enjoys. And I've seen him lurking around in Discord, and it's actually really like heartwarming to see him kind of re-linking up with other old faces that used to make tracks back then too. And it seems like once you get a passion for track building in any game, that seems to translate over to everything. And there's some very unique sections on this track, so it doesn't look like just your average Supercross track here. There's like a little triple step down going on over here to the finish line. I see this whoop section that kind of gets higher and higher and higher, and then you step off the top of it and step down. And I just think it looks really cool, very, very unique. And the atmosphere and environment, very unique as well. We've got some bleachers each side for the fans all over the place. And then there's this stadium that is just fully graffitied up. I have no idea where he's got this from. And I'm guessing that he's obviously done it himself because it's got his name on it. It's got Kels's name on it. We've got Washed over there, Deeds. There's a few others. He's given credits on MXB Shop as well. There are 22 gates and 22 pit spaces on this track. There is also, I mean, he's put a lap time to like kind of beat. The fastest lap time on the track so far is a 1 minute 14. So I'm going to try and see if I can beat that in this video. So without further ado, let's spin some laps and see if we can try and set a new best lap time. That would be very, very cool, I think.
For all of you passionate gamers, you can now get 20% off all G Fuel products worldwide by using code LINS at checkout. And for any of you motorheads looking for some new drip or apparel, use code MXPR_LINS15 fxrracing.eu to get 15% off. All links and codes are in the description down below. Enjoy the video and drop a cheeky little like and subscribe.
Ding, 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 ding. Here we go. Right. So, I'm still on the KTM. Usually I don't ride the KTM in Supercross, usually I ride the Husky. But I want more and more and more time to learn the bike and learn every single detail of how it handles as much as I possibly can do. Technically, if you want a really, really good stat right now, every single competitive GP race that I've entered on the KTM, I have won. So technically, I'm undefeated on the KTM. I haven't won a single moto, bearing in mind, but I've won every overall, which is one overall in total. So maybe we can keep that going. We'll see. We'll see how she goes. But I don't feel like last round was a true indicator of how I should feel on the KTM, because I think everybody was struggling there. So we'll go through to next week. And I believe the next one is on Glen Helen, which will be very, very exciting. I do like the 07 version of Glen Helen that JV made. If he keeps it to that kind of level of roughness down the hills, I think we're in for a really, really good time. And another track that I think will be a big like skill separator. Ooh, okay, so there's actually a viable jumping line through there as well. I'll have to try outside next lap and try skimming it. I wonder what program he's used to build this track, or what resolution the height map is in, because this is an extremely skinny like berm here, yet it doesn't look pixelated or triangulated at all. Like, it still looks really nicely rounded off. This has got to be like a 4K, well, even like 8K height map, surely. That's a really sad thing for me to pick out in amongst all this track, but that's really impressive. If you don't know the processes through track building and how funky this game works with just like pixelating and triangulating bits of terrain, I'm actually really shocked. That's probably the most impressive bit of the track for me by far. So the question does also say that there's about 6 quads around the course of this lap. Obviously, he says they're also not do or die to get a flow going and get decent lap times, but they're just there to really try and, I want to say, test the big boys. And I'm already seeing little bits like that where usually on aerial scaling I would check up on the 450, but these jumps seem to want to be sent, which is fine by me. That does increase the fun factor, I think, a little bit. So we're going to double into here. I want to go to the outside up here this lap and just try and triple all the way down. This bit right here is a sand traction, in case you couldn't hear in the YouTube audio. Nice little triple step down, but I can handled that fairly well. Hit the finish line jump. We're going to blitz these and just step on and step off. I don't want to step over because I'm going to have to do a big single into the corner. Let's just try... Oh, forgot where I was. I'm live. It's fine. I'm just going to try sending it into each section. I don't want to go inside here this time into the whoops. I want to go outside double over, and then just try and skim my way through them. Whoops seem very, very easy. They're very, very straightforward. Let's do a little transfer onto the wall. Lovely. You could probably also use that to jump up and over the first single on the way out. Then we'll double into this corner here. Keep it in second gear. I wonder if you can quad that whole thing. You can step onto this, go out, double your way in. Just trying to kind of pick my way through here and learn what rhythms are what. Like that we've got a little bit of banking to help you get this dribble from the inside, so it's not just purely flat. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that time. I didn't mean to hit that time. Survive. Please, survive. Yes. When in doubt, lean forwards, sit down, hit it. To be fair, that's basically the same thing that you do on Sim, isn't it? You sit down, lean forwards, hold the rear brake and accelerate if you know you're coming up way short on a jump. And usually, the bike will tank it and save you. We'll jump around the corner here. Lovely. You love to see it. And then step all the way up and over. Luckily, we've got some catch nets in the appropriate positions as well. You don't want to be sending it up and over that. So there's a level of realism to this as well, which I really, really like. It's not just like copy and paste. We've got crash nets in every single corner. All the rhythms are quite samey. No, this is... Oh, God, I keep messing up this one section. It's taken a lot of time and effort here as well. And one thing that is also very, very cool that not a lot of track creators do is in terms of custom cameras, he's got like start cameras and racing cameras to give you... So if I was actually doing a gate drop right now, it would be like the real life position of the cameras where you get to see the gate going properly. And then once you get going, you've got like a bay camera to watch everything around the whole track. And he's taken a lot of time and effort to really flesh things out. Track cameras are something that I've never got too involved with. They look a little bit too complicated for me to want to go and start racking my brain on. But after the fact that he's gone and done them, I really, really appreciate it, because not everybody does. So again, just cool little attention to detail. I don't know, let me see, do the bows have collisions? No, bows don't have collisions as well, which a lot of people will be very, very happy about. And then step up and over, triple. I'm just going to step over again, and then triple all the way into the corner. I'm struggling to see where all these quads are, unless I'm just slacking on my first laps of the day. Imagine probably one of them tracks as well, where as soon as I stop talking and just try playing the track normally, we probably be fine. I've not hit that right once, so I'm going to turn around and do it again. So if I'm hitting this side, I want to try and send it as far as I possibly can and jump one further. Or if I'm hitting on the right side, I'm going to try the right side. I think the right side might be a bit more consistent. That's probably the right word for it. So we're going to come out, try jump over to the left-hand side over here. And we're just going to go skim, step over, step all the way on. Yes, step off. Oh, but then you do end up singling into the corner there. So maybe I would try and find a different option. Yeah, just not a big fan of singling into the berms on Supercross tracks. We triple in here. Yeah, triple it. Oh, God. That's a little bit of a sharper roll than I expected. Got to get a good run up that hill as well, where it's sand. It kind of sucks the power out of the bike a little bit. That step down is very, very satisfying. Up and over this bad boy. We're just going to go on and off, and I'm going to go to the left side of this time, so I don't mess it up for the first time so far. Hit the little bit. I still messed it up. We're going to turn around. We're going to do it again. Just want to try and hit the berm and then pop a... What angle even is that? It's not 90. It's not 90. It's about like 100 and... Was it 135 is in the middle? Is it? Or is it 145? I think it's 135. So... There's them berms. They're the ones that I think people end up finding quite tricky because it's not an angle that we use very often in Supercross. So when it comes to muscle memory, we've got like the 90s ingrained into our brains. We've got the 180s ingrained into our brains as well. But we don't see the 135s often at all. So it's a bit of a weird one. They might even be 120s or 110s actually. I remember seeing in a Supercross template that it had them pre-built already. Oh God, I'm waffling. It's fine. Get up and then double. This is very, very satisfying. I just spinning laps around here. It's built really, really nicely. The transitions in the jump faces, so takeoffs and landings, feel very, very natural. I don't feel like the bike's been like flung up into the air. At the same time, I don't feel like I'm barely leaving the ground at all. Seems like you get quite a lot of rhythm. It's very forgiving. I will say that the tops of the jumps are fairly rounded off, so if you are going to come up short, then a lot of the time it seems like you're going to be okay. So it kind of opens up the doors for more intermediate, beginnerish level riders if they want to try and get some sort of a Supercross flow going before they delve into the world of Supercross. I mean, you've got an entire year now to go and practice Supercross before we get around to the 2025 season. That feels weird to say. 2025. God. Oh, well, we're getting old. We're getting very, very old indeed. But, yeah, 2025 will be a whole different season, and hopefully I'll still be competing then. My whole philosophy on this game now at this point is I will keep competing rather than commentating until I feel like I can no longer get any wins at all. And this year's been a pretty good one for me, in amongst all the... Oh, there you go, there's the first quad. Oh, and then there'll be a quad here again. Again, that's got a little asterisk above it. Sole reason being I believe it's a quad, but there are always the fanatics that say a table and then 2 doubles is a triple instead. So it depends what you believe really, and I'm not getting into that debate. God damn, you end up walking on ice if you start talking about that sort of thing. But to me it's a quad, and I left a comment before. I can't remember whose Instagram post it was, but it was a really big debate where they was interviewing people, and I think like Nicoletti and those all discussing what they thought it was, and they all think it's a quad as well. So I'm thinking it's a quad, they think it's a quad. That's what I'm going off of. This has been a very, very, very enjoyable experience so far. I've got no idea how long it's taken him to build this. Would it be greedy to ask for more already? I don't think so. I think it'd be really, really fun. I'm interested to see how the track will erode up as well. For some reason, I've got a feeling that it will get quite soft and you'll get some real narrow ruts on the go, which I think will be exciting. And just from what I believe the resolution of the height map is, just based on this one corner alone, the ruts should get quite skinny. They shouldn't be like big clunky triangular ones. I think they'll ride really, really well. So that is a topic for another day, I guess. But if any of you have played this track yet, let me know your thoughts. Do you enjoy it? How are you a fan of like the scaling, etc.? Because like Supercross scaling is a very, very difficult thing to get your head around. But I think once you have something that you're really happy with, the rate in which you can not like pump out tracks, if you know what I mean, but yeah, the rate you can throw tracks together, the actual layouts of them is really, really quick. So I'm excited to see what it'll do in the future. And that I don't think we really have any Supercross tracks with this sort of environment before. I love Supercross tracks that just feel different, not just your average stadium. The ones I used to like, I love the Japan SXs that we had over on MX Simulator. I liked the Las Vegas strip one as well that Checker's done at one point. And I just love Supercross in this game. It's so satisfying. More so to play than to race. But I'm playing right now, and I'm really, really enjoying it. So, to Mr. Question, thank you very much, sir. This is a really, really impressive first release, and I hope to see some more of you. I really, really do. And hopefully everyone else feels the same way, and hopefully you've got that itch back after what seems like quite a few years off of the grind. But I wasn't someone who was, well, I don't know, how old would I have been in like Motocross Madness 2 and MX Unleashed days? I have no idea, but I was a console gamer back then anyway, so I wouldn't have even had the facilities to go and download any custom tracks from yourself. But maybe one day, maybe we'll go back in time and revisit it and see what I can do. So thank you very, very much for this. It is very much appreciated, and thank you to everyone for watching. If you could drop a cheeky little like and subscribe to the channel if you're new, it would be very much appreciated. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever you're up to. Quad God. There we go, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.
I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain. Even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want. I got salt.